CBS News has learned indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran have produced what's being described as unique proposals to address Iran's nuclear program. Sources say the two nations are discussing options that are economically beneficial for both. And this morning, in an appearance on MS Now, Iran's foreign minister urged the U.S. to talk with respect when dealing with Iran. Last night, President Trump ramped up pressure on the country.
We're going to make a deal, or we're going to get a deal one way or the other. I would think that would be enough time, 10, 15 days, pretty much maximum.
CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand joins us live from the White House with more on this. Natalie, good morning. So that's some of the latest that's being said on each side, but give us some insight. What is the texture of these talks? What's being offered and threatened at the same time?
Yeah, good morning, Errol. The administration has consistently stressed that making a deal diplomacy is the first option, but that it's not afraid to use military action if a deal isn't reached. That's something we've heard time and time again. And Iran, fully aware of that, given the strikes on nuclear sites last June, appears to be trying to directly appeal to President Trump by proposing some new investment opportunities, according to diplomatic sources speaking to CBS News' Margaret Brennan. A source says Iran indicated it might be willing to purchase U.S. aircraft and to offer possible access to oil and gas fields. Iran, meanwhile, is asking for sanctions relief and also wants to separate the current nuclear talks from the talks over its ballistic missile supply. That, of course, is an issue that we know Israel has been pushing to link together. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is planning to travel to Israel later this month for talks about Iran. And we know that Iran is expected to come back with a more detailed proposal in the next couple of weeks following this week's indirect negotiations mediated by Oman. So speaking at his first Board of Peace meeting yesterday, President Trump signaled that we could know more in the next 10 or so days about what will happen with Iran. Take a listen to some of his comments.
They cannot continue to threaten the stability of the entire region, and they must make a deal. Or if that doesn't happen, I maybe can understand. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But bad things will happen if it doesn't.
The president also stressing that Iran cannot have nuclear weapons, and that's something that he said since the start of this year, really threatening Iran if they try to rebuild what was damaged from last year's strikes. Now, Iran is fully aware of the significant military buildup of U.S. forces in the region, and in a new letter obtained by CBS News, Iran says it doesn't seek war, but in the event that it is subjected to, quote, military aggression, Iran will respond decisively and proportionately in the exercise of its inherent right of self-defense. U.S. allies in the region, including Saudi Arabia and UAE, have also been pushing for diplomacy, saying, they oppose military action, worried that a retaliatory strike could put them at risk. And then think, Errol, of the tens of thousands of U.S. troops based in those countries as well.
Yeah, risky decision. Natalie Brand with the latest and specifics. Thanks very much.